Born out of compassion and community love, Apron Inc. stepped onto the scene to become a lifeline when things got tough. And while they have grown over the years, from humble beginnings to weathering the storm of a global pandemic, their story is as inspiring as the meals they make possible. There are so many ways you can support Apron. They have monthly Chef in a Box and happy hours where fun, food, and fundraising go hand in hand. Joining us in studio with more is one of Apron's founding members, Melissa Richard-Person. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us, Elle.
Well, I know every month we have Apron come on to share their Chef in a Box and, of course, their happy hours and every other event, just like the Taste of Independence that happened this past weekend, which we will dive into that for a little bit. But really, though, why was Apron Inc. founded 13 years ago?
Well, if you think back to 2012, before social media was super prevalent, there were these things called chat boards. And on one of those chat boards, Louisville Hot Bites, we were just talking about the local industry, and a couple of people started to talk about a couple of members of our hospitality community who had had some difficulties. One was injured in a robbery attempt, one had an accident and was going to be out of work for a while, and we were just trying to give them money, and someone said, wouldn't it be great if there were actually a nonprofit that could support our restaurant workers in times of need?
Wow.
And all it took was for somebody to say that, and everybody jumped in to help. People who had connections to the industry, or people like me who are just really big fans of the industry. We all jumped in with our time, our talents, and the Musicians Emergency Relief Fund, who I always like to credit, gave us the model for our grant program and were so generous to us to open up and say, this is how we do things. The late Dean Corbett gave us our money to file for 501c3, and he pledged donations from each of his restaurants for our first year to get us going. And so that very do-it-yourself, roll-up-your-sleeves ethos is what got Apron going and carried us through our first probably 6, 7, 8 years.
Yeah, well, and then fast forward to the pandemic, 2020. Who would have ever thought that the whole world would shut down? I mean, that was already 5 years ago. Isn't that kind of crazy? It's gone by so quick.
Yeah, it's amazing. And we really were concerned that the pandemic was going to wipe us out. And instead, what happened is the incredible generosity of the Louisville community, and they showed their love for Louisville's restaurant community and how special our independent restaurants really are. And they jumped in to give us money so that we could give grants to restaurants and restaurant employees when they were out of work, just to make ends meet until their restaurants could get open again.
And that's where Chef in a Box was born.
Yes.
And so whose idea was that? And I mean, it has just exploded. It's still continuing on till today.
Again, there were a number of our board members, Dan Dry, Caroline Knopp, and a number of folks involved with Apron who said, look, there's got to be a way that we can both support our restaurants and support Apron. And that's something that's unique about Chef in a Box, is that for $50, you get a meal that's large enough for two. $25 of that goes directly to the restaurant. $25 of that goes to Apron. And it was an alternative at the time for things like dine-arounds when people couldn't necessarily go out, restaurants couldn't necessarily have that many people. And so it was a really great way for people to support the restaurant community and support restaurants and have a great take-home meal. And fast forward now, Chrissy Davis from River Road Barbecue is this month's Chef in a Box, available tomorrow and Thursday for pickup. But Chrissy and her team were actually a number of folks that Apron helped in the recent flood events.
Oh, yes.
We gave nearly 100 grants to restaurant employees affected whose restaurants were closed and couldn't open because of those 2 flood events that hit River Road and that area. So Chrissy immediately said, I want to give back. I so appreciate Apron. And she has got a phenomenal dinner. If you don't want to cook.
Like, I think you could serve probably more than 2 people. It's so
without a,
hard.
my husband and I order Chef in the Box all the time, and we have usually 4 meals, not 2. Now, it's just the 2 of us, but and we're small eaters. But yes, you can get chicken or pork, 4 sides, beans, potato salad and baked beans and coleslaw, and then a tub of banana pudding as well.
Gosh.
So all of that is for $50, feeds 2 people. Half of that goes to Apron Inc. It is just a fantastic deal. You can call River Road Barbecue, or you can go to aproninc.org, which is our website, and get all the details for ordering. But you just specify chef in a box, and you can have dinner taken care of tomorrow or Thursday.
There you go. And there are spots are very limited. I think there's like
Yes.
10 left, so you definitely want to jump on that opportunity. But
6 of this year's have sold out completely, so hop on it
Wow.
today.
Yes. And so very quickly before we go, if you're not interested in actually having a full-on meal, you also have these happy hour events too.
Yes, we want to share everything about Apron and help people just learn about it. So we call these our friend raisers. The next one is happening on Wednesday, July 30th at Red Yeti. So some of our Southern Indiana friends can come and check us out. If you live, work in Southern Indiana, we would love to see you on the patio at Red Yeti. There's always fun. There's always a wheel that you can spin and win prizes. You can do samplings from Jefferson's Bourbon, from U.S. Foods always donates light bites. The chefs sometimes bring out something special. The mixologists sometimes have a little special cocktail that they can bring. But
Super fun.
it's really just to get to know a little bit about who we are as Apron, who we help, and meet some of our board members and just learn a little bit more about the organization.
Yeah, they are certainly so fun. You also have events, just like the Taste of Independence. That was this past weekend. Really fun way to kind of gather all of those independent restaurants together. There were over 40 of them, so you definitely want to get tickets for next year. And I know you are probably in the planning process for that already.
We're already going to start that, and then we also have our 10 Taste Salute, which is our dinner that matches 5 chefs and 5 mixologists to do 5 paired courses for a really great dinner, and that's going to be coming up on October 12th at the Olmsted. So again, if they go to aproninc.org, you can learn all about that event, and make sure you join our mailing list so you get first crack at tickets.
There we go.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for stopping by today to really tell us more about Apron's mission and all the great success. So thank you so much for stopping by today.
You bet. Thank you, Elle.
All right. So again, the next happy hour is happening on Wednesday, July 30th at Red Yeti in Jeffersonville. So to stay up to date on everything that Apron Inc. has to offer, all their events, just go to their website, aproninc.org.